Hello there. Oh, I've got my headphones on still. How are you doing? Hope you are well. I made chicken wings yesterday. Well, I say I made chicken wings. I enjoyed flavorful chicken wings. Some people may call them burnt. I call them charred because I like my meat dry. I do. But they were actually all right. It was just the outside of them was super charred. So the hot sauce wasn't as hot as I was hoping. But I'll get there. It was my first time properly prepping them and doing them on the barbecue like that. But yeah. Unsurprisingly, I am having hot wings again today, and I will lock in that recipe, and it's going to be so good. So, interesting thing that I'm going to talk about today. Interesting to me, at least, may not be as interesting to you. Still having weirdness happening with Roadcaster, and there are known issues with it. Bit annoying, but it is what it is. But it's working. For the most part, I just need to figure out the routing there. The Stream 1, so the thing that lets me swap backwards and forwards, as I've talked about, different cameras. I'm pretty certain that, I've ordered another one of these too. So this is an Apple, this is USB-C to HDMI output. Now, I was thinking, how can I get the third camera at a low cost and different angles in here? I could use my iPhone. I have an iPhone 13 at the moment, so not USB one, it's a Lightning. So I need a Lightning to HDMI connector. I can use Blackmagic Camera because that lets you take the video feed, or lets you set in software the video feed as the HDMI output from the camera as a clean feed, which then will let me feed it into the HDMI in my splitter, and boom, another camera angle. So I could have that somewhere around. So obviously there's the camera that I borrow from work back there that I could have as a third camera angle. Technically I can have four because I've got the auxiliary in mapped to a 4K webcam up here doing some downscaling stuff. So I've got a nice setup where I can just like move around to different cameras and stuff, and I'm enjoying that. But using the phone as well, so I've got my iPad on my desk, so I can have a couple of different angles and do different things. So this is really useful to be able to mix in real time and getting used to using the switcher in conjunction with my audio interface to be able to basically reduce production time of the things that I'm doing both personally and professionally, so that I'm doing a lot of what I would edit in real time as I'm doing it. This is a significant upskilling for me to be able to do that. And as I've said before, I do really struggle with the audio aspect, that I just don't have that level of understanding. So I am trying to educate myself through doing some Udemy courses. I know it's not a replacement for a degree level amount of learning, but it is helping me get to where I need to be. Yeah. So that's what I'm on with this week. There's a lot of other bits and pieces of work going on. I'm struggling with some of the interactions with some people. There's some differences in opinion around quality and what that means and what that looks like and how things are done in that respect that I'm trying to navigate. And we will get there. I think even though I don't have the highest bar, and I'm kind of setting it where we need to be in terms of perceived quality for what people are paying, some of the stuff that's coming through, I'm just having to say a hard no to, because it is not fit for purpose in my respect. And some of that conversation around that stuff of like, why is it even getting through to the QA stage when it's clearly subpar? Conveying that eloquently to colleagues in a manner that is like, you're wasting my time, don't do it again, is difficult. Yeah. Right. I need to shift a wodge of stuff that I don't require anymore, and I've got a wodge of cables that I need to organize this week. That is doing my nutting. I'm just going to have to suck it up and figure out how I can organize these cables, because I cannot find anything. I'm pretty certain the connector that I've had to buy this morning I already own, and I cannot find it. Right, I'm going to go and crack on, and yeah, I'll see you all on the morrow, no doubt, I think. We all on day 500. We're almost at day 500. Wow. Yeah, I'm going to talk about that when it gets to that one because that's going to be a good one. Right. I'll see you on the other side. Have a good one. See ya.